Fix it fast on IndyKazoo.
When you're removing your battery, always start with the negative. With it removed, none of the metal parts of your car have a path back to that terminal, so you're not in any danger of creating a fireworks show if you accidentally touch your wrench to something metal. And with the cables loose and out of the way, we're ready to take out the battery. You want to make sure the path is clear so you can lift the battery straight out. On some cars this may be a little trickier, but keep in mind, if you tip a flooded battery over, it may spill acid. If that does happen, use baking soda and hot water to neutralize the acid and clean it off your car before it starts to eat the paint and rust. Now if you caught it before it was covered up by the coolant tank, this is a Toyota TrueStart 84-month battery. There are a lot of options for battery brands out there. But in the US, all the major brand names like Optima, Varta, Diehard, Duralast, Interstate, Duracell, and most of the auto parts house brands are all made by these 4 battery manufacturers. So my advice is, first and foremost, look for the best price and the best warranty. And speaking of warranties, be sure you know how it works. Most companies will give you a replacement battery in the first or second year and then prorate the price of the replacement battery based on how much time is left on the warranty. With our replacement battery in the tray, before we do anything else, you're going to want to get a wire brush and clean out the inside of those battery cables. The framing makes it a little hard to see here, but if you still have the original Toyota battery cables, you should be able to see a clean, debris-free copper contact on the inside of that cable. And like before, we want to avoid having a situation where a slip tool may create a spark in the engine bay, so we're going to leave the negative post cap on and connect our positive terminal first. Now, something to note when you're installing the battery cable, the posts on a battery are tapered. They're narrower at the top than they are at the bottom, so you're going to want to ensure that your battery cable is resting all the way at the bottom of that post. If you fail to do this, you run the risk of starting off with a loose connection or your connection loosening up over time as it vibrates. Now that the positive is done, we're going to go ahead and cover it up with this rubber protector and move on to the negative. And it'll be the same procedure as the positive. We're going to make sure the cable is bottomed out all the way on the post, and we're going to tighten the 10mm nut.